everyone. My name is Carly Salway, and I am here with social media shows here at the Galaxy Theater, where the Indie Vegas Film Festival 2025 is here. I am here today giving you the ACE exposure. We are doing atmosphere, credit, and exposure here, broadcasting live on social media shows. I will be interviewing executive producers, filmmakers, actors, movie theater goers, pretty much anyone who is involved with the Indie Vegas Film Festival. We will be here and you will get exclusive content from us while we are here. I am so happy to be here with social media shows. My name is Carly Salway. You can find me on Instagram at CarlySalway, and follow social media shows for the best live red carpet exposure in town. Once again, we are here at the Galaxy Theater, the Cannery Hotel and Casino, for the 2025 Indie Vegas Film Festival. Sooner or later, we're going to be interviewing a bunch of people. We do have our first interviewer over here. Let's get her ready. You ready? All right. First off, tell me your name and who you are.
My name is Rosemary Dumadara Kerner. I'm the executive producer of Umbag. In English, it's Punch.
Very nice. And did I hear that you just flew in here this morning?
Yes, I came from South Carolina, GSP. This morning, I left around, I think, 6:20 was my flight.
Wonderful. So, how did you get involved with the Indie Vegas Film Festival?
Well, first, we attended at the Golden State Film Festival at the TFC Theater in Hollywood, California. And then I found out that they also have this in Vegas. So I joined. We put the film and, we're here.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the film?
Sure. So the film is about two sisters who, they struggle because in the movie you're going to find out that the one sister thought that the her sister killed his uncle. Yes, so it's a lot of action and there's a drama. In fact, I didn't realize five of the viewers earlier cried. Yes, so that was a good comment, right? So I'm happy that they liked the movie. They said the action looks natural and the acting is very good.
Very nice. So, I heard that you are an executive producer. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you fell into that role? Like, what's your background and why did you decide to become a producer, especially for independent filmmaking?
Sure. Well, okay, I graduated mass communication, major in broadcasting in the Philippines, my university, Centro Escolar University. That was way back 1997. And then after that, I worked at Pro Productions Incorporated. And then um, I just loved, film. I love to watch action films, especially. I like to watch. So when I had this opportunity to, produce, I go, why not? Right? So right now, what we're doing with this movie, we are going to show it also in New York, and then we'll be back in California again. And we also entered the movie to international film festivals. You know?
Wow. And as a producer, are you the one that's approaching these festivals to try to get the funding? How did you get the funding for this project?
Well, for this project, um, majority is my fund.
How special and important it is because I have a background in theater and at stage acting as well and film acting as well. And to get the budgets for independent filmmaking can be quite hard. It takes very passionate people to get this dream alive. So good for you. All right. Anything else you want to say? Where can we find this video with this movie once you are done with the festivals? Will it be broadcasting anywhere like YouTube or Tubi?
Well, so after the festival this year, you are going to see Umbag Punch in English. Um, I believe the last festival for this year is going to be at the Hollywood Weekly Film Festival, and that's going to be at Warner Brothers Studios in California. And then next year, it will be shown in the Philippines. And then from there, you're going to see the movie in Amazon Prime, stuff like that.
That is so exciting. Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your time on the red carpet today. Again, one more time, tell me who you are, what your title is, and the name of the movie one more time.
I'm Rosemary Dumadara Kerner. Our movie is entitled Umbag, Punch in English, and I'm the executive producer. Please watch the movie.
Thank you so much for your time today. And you look beautiful as always.
Thank
Have a wonderful rest of your time.
thank you.
And we'll take a quick picture.
Sure.
All right, you heard it first here, folks. We had our first interviewer here at the Galaxy Theater, the Cannery Hotel and Casino. This is Social Media Shows. We are here broadcasting live on the red carpet for the Indie Las Vegas Film Festival, produced by John Gersha and Pete Green. I'm so grateful to be here. What an amazing opportunity to highlight not only Las Vegas filmmakers, but filmmakers from the West Coast, all over. There are so many movies here. When I was doing my research on this project, there were about 60 to 70 movies. And I just think, as a performer myself, it is amazing to see the support that Las Vegas has for these independent filmmakers. Indie film is very important because it's the stepping stone to getting actually produced in other larger projects. So, and Vegas, it's growing and growing even more here. We're very close to LA. There are Warner Bros. Studios. Mark Wahlberg is getting involved in Las Vegas and trying to do some more movies here. So, as Las Vegas locals, we are very excited to see the support at the Indie Film Festival. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break until we find our next interviewer. Once again, my name is Carly Salway from Social Media Shows. We are broadcasting live. Thank you.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social Media Shows is now the new media of the century.
My name is Ron Hansen,
And I'm Cindy Hansen,
producer, directors, and
and the
Writers.
writers for Drafted 2035. Centers around the general that tries to take over the world in a new world order and his son coming to reclaim it back.
I had the honorable role to be casted as the commander of the U.S. military.
This is a combat scenario. Any disobeying order from the commanding officers is treason.
So, we're incorporating the bullets as CGI, and I have to kind of maneuver myself as like where these bullets are coming from. The uniforms that actually were donated by the veterans to the production company, they actually were worn in Desert Storm.
Well, how about I take y'all through one combat torture 101.
And it's such an incredible film. We took many years actually writing and preparing for this film. We had to recreate military helicopters on animation prior to like AI, you know.
Correction all the thoughts you made. I'll play the fool if you be my fate. 'Cause you're so cool, but you can't relate to all of your dead heroes.
We filmed in 4 different states. LA, Las Vegas, Arizona, Chicago. First feature film, it was amazing.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Carly Salway, broadcasting live with Social Media Shows here at the Cannery Hotel and Casino, the Galaxy Theaters. We are here broadcasting live at the Las Vegas Indie Film Festival 2025. We have our next interviewee coming right now. We have the director of a documentary. Come join me. So tell me your name and a little bit about yourself.
Sure, my name is Matthew Conrad, and I am the director and producer of the documentary The Soccer Men.
The Soccer Man.
Yes, men.
The Soccer Men.
Yes, there's a whole team of folks.
So tell me a little bit more about why you decided to make a documentary.
Well, a long time ago when I was a student and I had zero prospects, the idea of playing international soccer really appealed to me. But there was one problem: I'm not very good at soccer. So we decided to find a team that really could have used our help, and we found a team in Micronesia called Ponape. And me and my best friend, we decided to go over to Ponape and try and play for this team. Then we realized that playing for the team wasn't really the right move. What they need is to be coached because they'd never won a game, and Wikipedia was calling them the worst team in the world, which was not very kind. So myself, my best friend Paul, we went over there and we coached this team, and we took them to another island called Guam in the Pacific, and we won them their first ever game. And I'm decided to make a documentary about it while I was coaching, and I'm so thrilled to be here because we're in Vegas, and I managed to bring three of the players with me to watch the film, and this is the first time they've seen the film after making this film over a number of years.
Oh my goodness. So you have a passion for soccer, but also a passion for film work.
Yes.
And so do you have a film background, or how did you get involved in how did you decide I'm just going to make a documentary?
I always wanted to make films, and I always loved soccer, so I thought, maybe I'll just put those two together. And then cut to a few years later, more than a few, and I have a documentary that I directed.
This is their first time they're going to see the movie.
They've just saw the movie a few hours ago after hearing about it for a number of years, and they saw me filming. They had a camera in their face, and they're like, "Is this movie ever going to get made? Is it ever going to get out there?" And finally, it's done, and they got to see the fruits of their training and their effort to be part of that team so many years ago.
So what does it mean to you to become an independent filmmaker? And what does indie film mean to you?
That's a really good question. Being an indie filmmaker to me means just finding a way by hook or by crook to get it done. Everyone knows that making an indie film, you're going to have to play the role of director, producer, driver, craft services, whatever it's going to be. It's going to fall on you if you're the director or the producer. So to me, indie filmmaking is just however it takes to get it done, you got to do it.
It's very inspiring, and your documentary sounds very juicy. Let's get some of your actors and your documentary people.
I would be honored. So I'm going to bring up two players. The first is the captain of the Pohnpei team, a wonderful representative of Micronesia. His name is Dilshan Sanrathgoda, and he is the star of the documentary.
Please come join us.
And also I'm bringing on Marvin Jack, one of the superstars of Micronesian soccer as well.
Marvelous. Here, we'll scoot in this way, get you on camera. All right, introduce yourself one more time.
My name's Dilshan Senaratguru. I was a subject in the documentary. I was the captain of the national team. Played for Pohnpei, played center midfield, played an attacking role, and got a chance to experience this whole journey with these young fine gentlemen. So it was an absolute honor and a very memorable phase of my life.
How exciting. And this was your first time seeing the film today, so what did you think?
I was blown away. It was like going back in time and kind of I felt like I was back in the islands 15 years ago. I think he did a great job capturing the sense of the island and all our emotions and just that, wonderful period of life. And it was very surreal. Thoroughly.
Is the soccer team still going on now?
Yes, they're still playing back in the islands. I think we set the foundation, and the next generation's kind of taken over, and they're doing their own thing now. And so it's an absolute honor to kind of sit back and kind of watch things come to fruition.
How amazing. That is so cool and exciting. Can we hear a little bit more about your experience for the documentary?
Yeah, my name is Marvin Jack, and I one of the subject in the documentary. I play center midfield. Yeah, not center, right midfield.
That's amazing. So do you still play soccer now? You have a passion for it?
I still have the passion, but I kind of stopped for a while.
So it was good to see it on screen again today.
It's so much good. Yeah.
So exciting. And have you enjoyed your experience with the director over here?
Yes. I'm so excited to meet him again. He put so much effort in it. He really worked hard. He really care. I'm just so excited that and I'm proud to be part of his hard work.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like an amazing documentary. Can you just tell me your name one more time, where they can find it after it's done premiering in the film festivals?
Sure. One more time. My name is Matt Conrad, director and producer of The Soccer Men. Coming to a festival hopefully near you soon. still, we haven't really started our distribution journey. So if you like soccer, if you love heartwarming stories about togetherness, brotherhood, and triumph over adversity, please hit me up at the Soccer Men on Twitter or the Soccer Men Movie on Instagram.
Follow the Soccer Men Movie on Instagram.
And one thing to add, a true legend and a real international man of mystery, by the way.
I'll take it.
Thank you so much for being interviewed on the red carpet today. We really appreciate you being here. And honestly, my brother grew up playing soccer. It's been a part of my life all my life. So I will be checking your documentary out for sure. Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say a big thank you to Indie Vegas Film Festival, Peter Green and John, who put this together. It's really special, and just so thrilled to have this opportunity to watch this film with my guys. And also wanted to thank the sponsor of the team. It's a company called Coin Airways, and without them, we would never have been able to take these fine young fellas to create history for Micronesia. So I just want to say my thank yous, and I hope you enjoy the film wherever the camera is. And thank you for covering this with the film.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your time here, okay? Enjoy Las Vegas. Yeah, we'll do a quick break. We just had an amazing exclusive interview. We'll be right back.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
I'm Commander Todd Siskey. Just about 2 years ago, I began making films. It was just sort of a one-off project for me. It's a TV series. It's a TV show called Cheeched and Handy. If you imagine like Martha Stewart, and MacGyver mating with a gummy groove, it's sort of like a DIY show, right? With flair. So I make boutique guitar amplifiers out of stuff that I find at the thrift stores, at the garbage, and the curb, or wherever. Check out the website, cheechedandhandy.com. And there you can link to the episode 1 and stream all 7 episodes to check out. And that's about it, and keep watching and support indie films.
Hello, welcome back to Social Media Shows, where we are broadcasting live here at the Galaxy Theater at Cannery Hotel and Suites Casino. We are at the Indie Vegas Film Festival. We are here with
Ms. Bonilla, executive producer de la Cruz.
Can you tell me a little bit more about this project?
Yes, it's a project that started a long time ago during COVID, and the lead actress, Sofia Diaz, who's very popular in Mexico, trained for 3 years for the role because she became an MMA fighter in the movie. So it's a female justice revenge. She was sexually assaulted. She wants revenge, but she can't kill him. So she becomes an underground MMA fighter champion and eventually kicks his butt at the end.
Wow.
It's a 3-part series, so there's 2 more parts coming in the next couple of years.
How exciting. So you have been working on this project for years on end at this point.
He's been working on it his whole life. He came up with the whole concept, and I came in when it was already on the way.
You're Michael?
Love this guy. So we're both Puerto Ricans
Puerto
from New York
Rican.
City. That's how we hooked up. Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yourself.
Sure. Okay. Well, here it is. Here's the poster. It's magically appeared. So I'm the writer, director, editor, producer of De La Cruz. We shot it in Mexico City in 2023 of December in 16 days, which is a miracle unto itself. It was a lot of work, a lot of work. It's a full-length feature movie, 2 hours and 8 minutes, shot in 16 days. And then we spent a year editing, post-production, amazing post-production team. Really, really great guys.
Fabulous, fabulous movie. I love it.
How long have you two known each other, and how did you get roped in to be executive producer?
Connection. A friend of mine who lives in Vegas, known him for many, many years from the Bronx. I was born in the Bronx. He was born in the Bronx. I went to Puerto Rico. His mother lives in the town I grew up in.
Yes, yes.
And we just hit it off on day one.
Yeah.
It was like we were long lost brothers.
Yeah. No, we just met recently, like in
Like
December.
at the end of November.
November. Yeah, the end of November. But then we met in person. He came to the Chinese theater screening. We were part of this. The same owners of this festival own the one at the Chinese theater. So
The Ramen Festival.
yeah, it was amazing. It was really cool to screen there at the Chinese theater. I'm glad that's where he got your chance to see
And
it.
it's won 28 awards to date in many film festivals.
28 awards. 20 awards. Yeah, we won 9 in Paris alone. We won 5 in Italy, Venezuela, Chile, New York, Vermont, California. Yeah. They're
Are absolutely crushing it right now.
Fire.
And there's 2 more movies coming.
Yeah, exactly. This is a trilogy following the story of Yoli. This is Yoli right here, Yoli De La Cruz.
She's the girl that trained for 3 years.
Yeah. So this is Sofia Diaz is the actress, and she trained for 3 years in MMA for this movie. She lives in Mexico, and we've been just excited and happy to be here and ready to shoot
She's
part
a
2.
very popular actress in Mexico.
Yes,
So
yes.
she's been in The Manny. I don't know if you've seen that on Netflix.
Yeah.
And
The Manny.
Age of Violence is
Age of
another one she's
Violence.
been in. She's
That's true.
awesome.
Yeah, she's a wonderful actress.
So this is indie filmmaking, right? So how did you guys come? This sounds like a very expensive movie. How did you guys find the collaboration and the team to do this?
He gets things done for a penny on the dollar. No, seriously,
No, it's
the
true.
budget was not
Yeah,
what you would think
yeah.
it would be for the
No.
quality of the movie.
Yeah, for sure. We're very fortunate. We shot with 2 cameras on red cameras. We had a full crew. Every department was fully stocked. We had two camera teams running at the same time. In some scenes, we had 3 cameras as well. But yeah, it's for the scale of it, for what it looks like.
It's amazing.
It's a miracle that we pulled it off for the budget that we did.
The soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah.
Everything is amazing.
Yeah.
You guys
He's amazing.
everything. Can you one last question? What was your favorite moment on set? Is there anything that you can think that really stood out to you being on set with this cast?
There's so many moments. I think just like the big fight, because we're building towards the end. The whole movie is really centered on her getting revenge. And then before she seeks revenge, her trainer gives her one little test, and he puts her in the ring, and she's completely taken by surprise. She had no idea she was going to go into a fight. And I think that was a really fun shoot. That day it was fun because they had been rehearsing and training for so long. 3 years she was training, and
She
finally
did all her own stunts.
Yeah, she did all her own
So you
stunts.
remember Rocky, all the stuff he went through? She does all that stuff. And it's her doing it.
Yeah, whole training, hardcore training montages. But the fight was and plus we only had a small window of time to shoot. How it is. It's independent filmmaking, so we have only hours, but to shoot like a big full out fight scene with extras and cheering, and the girl's arm gets broken, and it's pretty amazing. Yeah, so that was one of my favorites, but there was many favorite moments.
I could only imagine the adrenaline in the room. Well, you guys sound like a very big deal, and it sounds like you guys are crushing it. So where can
On the red carpet in a couple of years at the Oscars.
That's the one. You got to be there.
I know.
I was there.
Where else can we find you? So from here, is there a website? Is there social media?
Yes, it's delacruzthemovie.com is the website, and then De La Cruz the movie on Instagram.
And it was on IMDb it's on IMDb.
Yeah, IMDb.
Wonderful. Any last words?
I just want to encourage filmmakers to do what I do and to stop waiting. I had been wanting to make this story for years and kept procrastinating and putting it off, out of fear and not having the resources and the money. And finally, I just made a decision. I was like, I'm going to do it. I don't care if I got to shoot on my iPhone. I'm going to go to Mexico and shoot it because I already had, the actress in training. It was like, I got her. She's ready to go. Let's go for it. And when I set my intention, I really was clear on that. Then magically things started to happen. The right person, this person led me to that person, and then everything unfolds. That's one of my favorite quotes is, you don't have to see the whole staircase, you just have to take the first step. and taking that first, and Martin Luther King said that, taking that first step led to the next step, the next step, the next step. And then ultimately is how I met Dennis and all our wonderful team of.
There are people put in your journey for a reason. You may not know it right away, but I was enthralled with him. So I was putting my faith in him. I didn't care if the movie made a ton of money or no money. I cared that he made his dream come true.
And then come on, you can't ask for a better investor, executive producer. It's like
she must have married me.
No, it's like it's just that. So you have a clear vision, and then people who want to contribute to that vision will join the team. And believe me, I'm just a face person.
And you can't
takes
quit.
An army. Yeah, you can't quit. You have to have perseverance.
If you really want to do it, you got to keep doing it,
Absolutely.
no matter what.
I went through so many obstacles and just kept pushing. My goal was always finish the film. That was my mantra. Just finish the film. Just finish the film. Many times I was like, oh, it's so hard. You'll raise more money and this, and finish the movie. So
now you get to do it 2 more times.
Yeah, 2 more times.
Are you going to come see it?
I would love to. Absolutely. What time is that?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Marvelous.
You will love this movie.
It's very female empowering.
Yes,
it's very female.
It's a little violent, a little, it's not PG-13. Okay?
Yeah,
it's not kid friendly.
Yeah.
But it's really, I think, it's a strong message for women about stepping up, protecting themselves,
taking charge,
taking matters to their own hand, just really finding their power, which is what she did in the movie. You'll see her transition and her transformation is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, you guys sound like an amazing indie success story. I'm so proud of what you guys have been able to do, and I can't wait to see the movie.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you
My
guys.
pleasure.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much.
being here. Absolutely. Nice to meet you. Maria, want to take a quick picture?
Are you okay? No. Victor! No! Father like son,
I got into an altercation with Yolanda de la Cruz. She showed up at the precinct today.
Y quisiera denunciar un intento de violación. This isn't right. He cannot get away with this. He just can't. I want to kill him. I think it's time I finally introduce you to my cousin. Who's your cousin? You're gonna teach me how to fight like that, right?
What I'm teaching you will get you something better. Revenge. Vamos.
Gira. Eso.
Like a wolf. Yoli.
Like a wolf. Remember me?
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Anybody in the industry who really cares, or has ever sat at a bar and has had a bartender ever really take care of you, watch the movie.
Grew up idolizing, Rodrigo Del Peche, Christian Del Peche, Dario Doimo. The best thing we can do is make it look easy.
It was amazing. It was it represented some beautiful years of the epic times of flair bartending. It showcased some of the greatest, legends of all times. It was just amazing to watch.
Really capturing what
the essence of flair is. I think this movie is gonna help, inspire the younger generation.
It was really cool to be a part of and see all those, to say like, I was there. The way they summed it up was really, really cool. I think they did a really great job.
The film was amazing, by the way. You should check it out.
The energy in the room was absolutely insane. The support we had in the room was just incredible.
We're all family.
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. I just really loved the story. I'm an athlete, so I can definitely relate to training for something.
I absolutely loved it. The bartending world can be intense. The level of talent and heart that they have, and even in the fact that this is a competition, but they were all uplifting each other.
I recommend 100% because probably show off the real lifestyle bartender, like a flair bartender.
They're showing us their cuts, their bruises, everything that they go through. It takes some real skill, and I really appreciate the bartenders that do the flair, because it's not easy.
This is awesome. We need it. Flair need this. People who flair need this. Write it down now. Watch the movie, support it, follow it, do all the funny stuff. And don't forget just have fun with it.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Carly Salway from Social Media Shows here at the Galaxy Theater at the Indie Vegas Film Festival 2025. I have finished my interviews for the day. I am signing off, and I am handing it over to, is it Janelle? Genae, handing it over to Genae. Thank you, Social Media Shows, for having me broadcasting live. All right, Genae, here we go.
Thank you for your time here. We love the footage, the connecting with the artists. That's what it's all about. Before you leave, though, was there anything that was really fun on your end that you haven't experienced at a film festival, especially like hosting?
Well, one thing that I think is really exciting about this festival in general is it's not just Las Vegas. We have people flying in from Carolina, New York, even from like India, like all of these different places.
I met somebody who came in like literally from another country.
So I just think it's incredible because the film world is starting to really grow in Las Vegas. And I'm just super excited.
Yes, we love to see it. So thankful for your presence here, your power. We love it. We love you. Have a good day. Yes, nice to meet you as well.
Drop that Jesse remix one time.
What we do is we work with models, actors, and influencers to get them, help them, support them, and get real opportunities in Las Vegas.
Buckle 'em up.
Being able to be in this space with creatives and people that I love has been life-changing all over again.
I love Rise. Rise has changed my life, and it lets you know that it's never too late. Age doesn't make a difference.
3, 4, 5, 8, 10 music and I walk 'em up. They not like us. They not like us.
The door felt very welcoming, and everybody's been so nice.
Rise Talent has been amazing for me. It's let me travel the world, be able to walk in New York, LA, and all over the place in America. So I've had a great time.
4, 5, 8, 10 music and I walk past the ox. 1, 2, 3, buck 'em up. They not like us. They not like us. They not like
my life. Rise Talent changed my life. I've been a long time client here, and Dawn has just
go. How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just the short time I've been here, it's been so inclusive.
Rise has been completely beneficial to my life.
They're a family. Every time you go there, you feel like you build more your confidence.
They not like us. They not like us.
And we're here live at the Vegas Indie Film Fest, but it's just starting to heat up. We're getting more of a crowd. More creators are here to tell us about their story, the journey of their filmmaking process, and we are just excited to see it. As my co-host was saying, the Vegas industry is growing. So this is a beautiful opportunity to get connected and come together as storytellers. Up next, we do have another interviewee. Come in, come in. Hello. What's your name?
My name is Mark.
Mark. Okay, and what brings you to the Indie Film Fest
I
today?
wanted to see my film on a big screen with a couple of people in the audience, at least, maybe a big audience.
Okay, so tell us about your project.
Uh, Thrilling Love is a kind of hybrid film poem that combines noir and spoken word and music.
Okay, how were you inspired? Like, or what inspired you for this project?
It just sort of emerged. It was first an album, and then it was briefly a comic book, and then we decided to make it into a film. Yeah.
Yeah, those are so many different modalities of art and storytelling. How did you bring it together for this film format?
Well, it was supposed to be a museum exhibit, and then the director of the museum decided that the imagery was maybe a little too risque for the environment, and so we had already scheduled this art opening, and the artist was flying out, and I had to do something. So I thought, okay, why don't we just make it into a film? So we used the Ken Burns effect and some musicians, and I did the voice, and that's what happened.
Okay, we love to hear it. From start to finish, how long was that process for you?
I would say 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. How are you able to balance the creative kind of like obligations that a project of this caliber took while maintaining like the real life atmosphere?
Wow, that's an interesting question. I don't know. I mean, I think it sustains you. I think your art sustains you to do the other things that maybe are not as interesting. So I think they balance each other because one sustains the other.
I love it. I love to hear it. Is there anything that you maybe weren't prepared for when you started your project that really stuck out and you'll be able to utilize this skill or information?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would ever do it again, but the Ken Burns effect of zooming and panning was something that I had never expected to do. And I found myself doing it, and it was really an interesting process to try to use photographs and make them come alive through the panning and zooming. You know, it's like you have a limited palette, but there's a lot of things you can do. So I had a lot of fun with it.
I love that. What is one thing that you'd hope your audience is able to take away from your film project?
I just want them to get swept up in the story and the music, and just feel like they were taken on a ride of this character, and it's set in kind of a an underworld of San Francisco of a certain time in North Beach, and yeah, I just wanted to capture that. Yeah.
I love that. How were you able to use music for your storytelling process? Like, how did you like choose what to include? Because that's a key element in film and storytelling.
Um, Boy, you really want to know how this thing was put to? Well, I don't understand why exactly, but it really it. I said 6 months, but it took years because it was one thing and then it turned into something else. So, they originally began as poems and they sat in my drawer for about a decade.
Wow.
And then I was bored one Christmas, and I just it occurred to me to want to see or hear how these things would sound with music. So I just found some musicians, and I just did a couple of these poems just as an experiment. And I enjoyed it, and a couple of my friends encouraged me, and then so I just, okay, well, I may as well make an album of it. And then the album became this book, and then the book became that never happened. It was supposed to be the art opening, that never happened. So it just sort of naturally turned into the film. Yeah.
That's amazing to hear. So, outside of the screening at the Indie Film Fest, are there any ways that an audience can be able to consume your art and media?
Well, I could make it available on Vimeo if somebody wants to contact me. I don't put it out for public consumption, but I'll send it out if people want to email me. Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to really like show appreciation for, even people that helped during your process of creation?
So, the illustrator Jeff Moss was a great collaborator, and he was the artist that I mentioned who thought he had an art opening only to have it canceled on him, and so he made it possible. And then the one of the musicians, the drummer, Michael Rosen, was also the producer on it, so he deserves a lot of credit. We kind of co-did I would say we co-wrote the music together, but he was definitely, I couldn't have done it without him. So Michael Rosen, and then my producer Lorraine Avanoff.
Okay, excellent. Well, we're super happy to have you here at the Film Fest. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to while you're here?
I'm just seeing the other films and meeting a few of the filmmakers, and just I haven't been to Las Vegas in over 30 years, so it's just interesting just to come back here and see how it's changed or not changed. Yeah.
The city's grown a lot in the past, even just 5 years. So 30, definitely.
Are just an Indie Vegas host, or how's this?
I'm here. So my agent set this up, or she worked with Maria. She's part of the production side for the team that we have together today. So we're here just interviewing storytellers, hearing their process, and building. Well, thank you for your time. Before you leave, are you able to get a picture with us?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. All right. I think Maria's just. Oh, really? Yeah, no, we want to talk and hear your part and how you brought everything together. All right. You heard it here first. The passion, the motivation, the commitment to art is easy to find here at the Indie Film Fest, and it's just beginning. We have some more exciting news coming up for you guys. So if you just want to hold on tight, grab your popcorn if that's what you're snacking on. I know I'm probably going to get some here soon, but we have more amazing, amazing footage and connection to be able to show you what's happening here in Vegas. And here we are. Our next interview is coming in. Come in, darling. Welcome, welcome. Hi, I'm Genae. What's your name?
Genae Robert Mann.
Robert, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What brings you to the Vegas Indie Film Fest?
I have two films here.
Okay.
One is Airbnb. It's a thriller, Airbnb, and that's tonight, 7:30 p.m. And then I have another one called The Cassie Confession. And that film is a short, and that plays tomorrow at noon.
All right, good to know. Tell us about your projects.
Which one first?
Both of them. I mean, whichever one is premiering first, let's start in that order and we can help the audience.
You know what? I have a little visual here.
Oh,
so this is Airbnb. This is the first one. I'm going to give you this.
Okay, I'll hold on to it.
So Airbnb is a film about a couple who go to a secluded Airbnb. They get there, they realize they're being spied on and videotaped, and then they try to make a run for it. So I'm sure you saw Get Out.
Yes, yes.
So it's got the same vibe as Get Out.
All right. Yeah. So tell us, what brought this creative story together?
I had done a film back in, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, and I was shooting in New York, and there was a lady there. We stayed at an Airbnb, and it was a great location. And she said, if you ever come back, you can shoot here.
Right. Oh, okay. Hey, that's nice.
Yes.
What's the opportunity?
Right. So I said, okay, well, I've got a location now.
Great.
And so I kind of wrote a story based on that house. And I read some stuff about Airbnbs and things. And I thought, well, what could I do, a contained kind of script?
Right.
So I wrote around that venue, that location.
So how long did the world building process take from start to finish?
From start to finish, from conception to where we are in terms of distribution, it probably took about 2.5 years. Yeah.
And in that time that you were creating this project, was there anything that maybe came up that you maybe weren't preparing for at the inception of this process?
Yeah, COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how did you work through that?
Well, it was tough. we had to keep everybody isolated. So everybody was vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
And so we shot it in 2021-ish, 22, 23, yeah. And so everybody, all they could do is they could be on set and they could go to their Airbnb.
Wow.
And then come back. So we had to feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we had to house them. So the budget went up about a third because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a kind of like curveball that a lot of people.
Curveball.
Yeah. So what was that process like, having to navigate through kind of like these types of bumps while still committing to like a film schedule?
It was challenging to say the least. The thing is that what we did was, because it increased the budget and the time. The issue that I had was I wanted to shoot in New York in the fall to get the fall colors.
Right. Okay.
So we were locked in to that situation. If I had waited If I had waited, I would have had to wait a whole nother year
Really? Oh,
because of the fall colors.
yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't want to do that. So we just did the whole COVID thing. Everybody was vaccinated, and we just took care of them, and we just plowed through it. Thank God, nobody got
Right.
COVID. Nobody got ill.
That would set it back even more. Not, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so outside of your distribution in the Indie Film Fest, are there other ways that people can consume your art and media?
Can see this lovely Airbnb. So Airbnb, actually, we have distribution on this. So this you can get on Vudu, you can get on Amazon, Google, YouTube. It's on Tubi now. You can, thank you. You can even get a DVD, and that's on moviezang.com. So you get that.
Audience.
Yeah. So that's the feature, and yeah, so that's good. The short that we're doing is on tomorrow. It's called the Cassie Confession.
Okay, tell us about that.
Cassie Confession is about a mother who goes to a police station to talk to a detective about some information she saw on a murder.
Oh, okay.
And when she gets there, right after she finishes the story of what she saw, she immediately regrets it.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a little thing.
So tell us about that creative process. What inspired this story?
That one night, out of the blue, I was going on YouTube, and I was, just for some particular reason, I was looking at like confessions, and I was looking at interrogations and things, and I was mesmerized by this one woman, and she's talking about how she killed somebody and this. Well, not at the beginning, but the detectives led her into certain things, and then she actually confessed about that. So I thought, well, that would be interesting. That'd be really simple to do. You just put two people in a room. See? Yeah. So I go, that's not going to cost me a whole lot. Two people. And I wrote the lead role because my sister's a very good actor. Her name's Gloria Mann. And so I wrote it for her birthday for a gift. I said, look, here's happy birthday. So there's only really three characters in it. And I play the detective. So it's a brother sister kind of thing.
What was it like filming with your sibling?
It's always interesting. And I'm the younger brother. So yeah, and I'm the director. So sometimes that got to be a little challenging, but she was great, a professional. And there was one funny story where she had a dress lined up where she thought that this was the perfect outfit. She goes, Robert, I really love this. I think this is what she's going to wear. And the costume designer and myself thought of a different costume, different. And it had to do with the color scheme and things like that. But as an actor, you get really attached to certain wardrobe, and you really feel, they start making stories up and stuff. But as a director and talking to my cinematographer, especially in a room like that, which had a gray background, and so I wanted her to pop a little bit more, and the wardrobe she had was kind of a bluish gray, so it kind of blended in. So we had my cinematographer and I, we said, well, listen, let's try both dresses. We'll do a screen test, and we'll see which one works better through the lens. So we lit everything, and that's what we did. And she says, so which one do you think? I went, it's going to have to be the red one. And she goes, okay.
Honestly, use of color and sound is so key in the story process. I mean, it's almost as important as like the sound itself, and we know how important that is on a creation point. So what is that process like for you? I know you described this one specific scene, but in order to stick with the theme that you had in mind, what process did you use to create more of like the set and colors, and how did you choose?
Right. So when you're doing a film like that, and really it's death, when you have two people sitting in a room or at a restaurant or anything like that, it better be interesting.
Right.
So the character needed to tell the story, be very colorful about it and descriptive, because it's almost like you, the audience, filling in all the visuals.
Exactly.
So now, if you had money, you could do a flashback. So if she's recalling a certain situation, you could do flashbacks and do that. Well, we didn't have time for that. So it has to just be the language and how she's doing it. So now you, the audience member, are basically writing it yourself. And the thing is, as an audience member, sometimes it's more powerful in your mind than what's on the screen.
Also very true.
Yeah, because your imagination can just go. So I just had to make sure in the writing process that it was tight, and that there was always another turn or twist, that this and that, or that was interesting. So that's what we did. There was one other thing an executive producer looked at one time, and she did make a suggestion on a visual. She goes, if you could do one other little visual thing. So we did a light, because we did it during like a rainstorm. So we had the thunder in the background and the rain, and we had one of the lights that come down. We had it flicker, going at certain moments, and both of the people then would stop the character and they would look up, and it was kind of symbolic of some weird
Storytelling.
right, exactly. And then we come back to this, and then all of a sudden does it again, and it was sort of like, so that really helped visually with the story.
I love your passion. I mean, down to the details of it. I mean, that's where you can tell it's real and just tangible. And the fact that you've been able to create these pieces and present it in this festival. Do you have other fun plans for any future festivals?
Yeah, I've got, actually, to tell you the truth, in terms of festivals, I don't know. I think this might be the end of the run for these films. But in November, we're going to shoot a short called Kissing Raindrops. And Kissing Raindrops I'm shooting the short because it's based on a feature that I wrote. The feature is called Beloved Wife. Now, did you ever hear the Natalie Merchant song called Beloved Wife? Okay. It's about a person who loses their partner, their wife, after 50 years of marriage. And she wants to be with him, or he wants to be with her. And so I wrote a script based on that, a feature. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the short and I'm using it as a promotional tool to help sell the feature, to get investments. And now it's a little different because the short is about a man who loses his fiance, and he wants to be with her, and it's the same theme and same concept, but I'm going to be playing the lead character. So I'm not old enough to have been married for 50 years. Not yet, anyway. Hopefully soon. Yeah. Maybe you and I will be married for 50 years. You don't know.
No, it's not me. So before we wrap up, is there any advice that you would have for anybody who's maybe considering not just submitting into other film festivals, but even just getting started in filmmaking in general?
You just got to follow your passion. You got to follow your heart, and just know going in what your objectives are. So for instance, on the short, it's great if you can do it for something else, not just the short, on a business sense. So what you could do is you could take the short, which is what I'm doing with Kissing Raindrops. It's the same thing Billy Bob Thornton did with Sling Blade. Billy Bob did the short, and then he did the feature. So he got financing and interest based on the short. Now, on a business side, what you can do is you could take that short, and if let's say it costs you $50,000, $20,000, whatever it is, you can now put that into the budget of the feature. And so once you get the feature financed, the people that help you make the short, you pay them off immediately, those investors, give them 10%, and now you're moving on to this. So on a business sense, you do that. On an artistic sense and things like that, you just follow your passion. If you want to make a movie, you make it. Know that you're not probably on a short going to get a lot of money for it. There's only shorts TV pays, and a couple others, but it's really, you're doing it for the passion and the art of movie making.
So one more question before I let you go. What was your original starting point? Like that moment in your life where you knew that you were impacted by storytelling and filming, whatever modality it might have come to you in?
My mother dated a director. And so when I was about 12 or 13, he gave me my first camera.
Wow.
And yeah, and I just kind of fell in love with that. And I started shooting everything I could shoot, and I just fell in love with the magic of it. In addition, she would bring me on set, and I'd watch how the process was. And I'm a kid. And one day, the principal photography was done. And about a month or so later, they're doing pickup shots, and you're familiar with pickups, right? So the lead actor wasn't available to do the pickup. My mother was in a scene with this lead actor, and the director says, "Well, Robert, you know what? Why don't you put on his pants and his costume, and we'll shoot you, and you'll be Stanley, and we're going to shoot that." And I'm thinking, well, they're going to know it's me. They're not, it's crazy. What are you talking about? And then he had another scene with another character where I had to walk past camera and I throw left-handed a beer can at a sign.
Oh, okay.
So again, I'm thinking, what's going on with that? The first one, they just shot my feet, and I'm supposed to be drunk with my mom, and So now when I see the movie, like 6 months later, it's all cut. I'm going, oh, those are my feet. That's my feet. Oh, look, and you couldn't tell.
Wow.
Then he cut it in with the master of the lead actors,
Magic of storytelling.
and it was movie magic, and it was like watching a magician. And so it's like, oh my God, that's really, really cool how you can do that. So I kind of got hooked.
Nice. I love hearing your passion. I can tell that this is something that you are deeply invested in, and we're grateful for your own movie magic here. Before we head out, can we get a picture?
Yes, we can.
You heard it here first, folks. The passion, the connection, the ability to see these moments come to life. It's happening here, and we are just getting started. Here we have our next wonderful host, one of my favorite people in the world, Dawn Sullivan, and we are so happy to have her. Look how beautiful you look.
How beautiful you
Just
look.
stunning.
Thank
Stunning
you
every
so
time.
much. The hat's okay?
The hat is perfect. I think the audience and me agree.
Well, on May 3rd is the Kentucky Derby. So I figured it's a little early, but I had the outfit out and I said, what better than the hat to go with? So I'm so glad I'm here. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
This is fun. You've been here for a little while today, huh?
Been here maybe like 30 minutes.
Driving here, I was logged on and I saw you and I was like, oh, wow, it looks like there's some really great people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connecting, hearing the stories. It's been amazing.
Yeah, fun. You look absolutely stunning.
Likewise.
We have some people from Rise here today as well. So I'm going to have you get to know some of these guys people you've met, people that you haven't met before. So this is really cool. But oh my God, what a great location. I'm excited to come out on, can I take this from you? Okay. I am so excited to come out on a Saturday like this and see so many creatives. Guys, we are here live from the Indie Film Fest, Las Vegas. We're here at the Galaxy Theater. I am super, super excited to be a part of this. And guys, come on down if you're not be here. Yeah. Can we get some of these people interviewed? I'm going to run off.
Absolutely.
Can we get some of these? Oh, we have Lisa here. You're going to love Lisa.
Perfect. All right, you guys. It's just getting started. All the fun, all the joy. Lisa, come on in. How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Great. What brings you to the Vegas Indie Film Fest?
Well, I'm going to be one of the hosts tonight at the red carpet, so I'm excited to be here. Thank you for social media shows for doing that.
Yes, absolutely. Is there anything that you've been particularly looking forward to in this event?
Yeah, I just feel like with the Indie Film Festival, there's a lot of inspiration and creativity behind it. And so I'm really looking forward to meeting some of the artists and some of the producers in here and really learning more about what future projects that they have.
Absolutely. Seeing the Vegas industry build as a local, I'm sure you know, we are really deeply passionate about this space. And so many people are just joyously sharing their experience and what it was like. And I feel like it's a very deep sign of growth and expansion for Vegas's own industry because, like we were talking earlier, I mean, people have flown out from all over the world to come to this event. And we are just getting started. We are super happy to have you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really exciting. I know that Las Vegas is growing and really a lot of upcoming artists are going to be here, and I'm so excited to see them.
We're happy to be here, and we're reporting every moment, back-to-back coverage. It's going to be amazing. This is just the start. Yay! All right, and let's introduce our next guest too. Uday, come on in. Hello.
Oh,
How are you today?
I am doing lovely. Just like phenomenal. Super glad to be here.
We're happy to have you. You look wonderful. Like, I mean, I don't know if the entire audience can see the fit check. It's giving everything we need it to give here at the Vegas Indie Film Fest. Tell us, what are you wearing today?
So right now, I'm just wearing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Honestly, throughout the years, you grow to learn how to collect and expand your closet. And so, a few things that I'm wearing is like Express and a little bit of H&M. Just gotta be fashion, but on a budget.
Absolutely. We love to see it. We're here for it. So, is there anything that you've really been looking forward to for this event?
Absolutely. To network and meet amazing people in this industry. As a young aspiring actor myself, I realize a really big portion of it is like learning off of those that are currently walking that path and, picking their brains, getting, involved and understanding that this is a lot more than just what you see on TV. It's actual people and then lives and stories. So super excited to be here.
We're so happy to have you. Your presence alone is just bringing the vibes up immaculately. So thank you for being here and your time. We're super excited to have you. Are you going to be hosting with us?
Yes.
Excellent. You guys, we're in for a party today. It's going to be so much fun. We'll be alternating, having a blast, connecting with those who are so deeply passionate about the expansion of not just the Vegas Indie Film Fest, which we love and support, but just the industry in Vegas in general and how that's shaping in this day and age. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And welcome to the next exciting episode of
Arena War.
Fresh batch of institutionalized gladiators fighting for their freedom.
Ready, here we go. You guys heard Perez?
You smell that?
Get back!
Those on the line. The parole board has offered you a ticket out. Win Arena Wars, win your freedom. 7 arenas with 7 of the most vicious killers the world has seen in the last decade. You make it out alive, you get to go home.
Luke Bender.
You're an innocent man.
Innocent man can mean big ratings.
I'll be watching.
I think it's time to audition Mr. Bender. No!
What was your last physical?
Cell block shower this morning. Oh yeah.
You ready for this? Hoorah. Impressive showing out there tonight. You're the new fan favorite.
Are you with me? Cutie pie back for the kill.
If you want to live through this, we have to work together. I'm watching you.
Smile for the camera, thug life.
Wow!
It's showtime!
We have to finish this. Come on! Doesn't sound much like rehabilitation, does it?
And we're back live here at the Vegas Indie Film Fest, here at the heart of the Cannery Casino Galaxy Theaters. We have some beautiful storytellers coming in to talk about their project. We have one here now. Come on in. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Yes, please. Anybody that you want to be part of this, we welcome them in. What's your name and what brings you to the Vegas Indie Film Fest?
My name is Randy Sage. I am a filmmaker and I have a film that is being screened. Just got finished actually. So yeah.
So you just got out of the premiere.
Got out of the screening. Yeah, absolutely.
How did it go?
It went great. It went great. Yeah.
Tell us about your process. How long did from the very start of the idea to the finishing act last closing out? Tell us about all of it.
Well, it was an idea, a storyline that I came up with. I do everything myself. I write, produce, and do all the editing and do everything. And this one I actually starred in it as well, which I usually don't. So it was very fun project to put together. But it was just it's a dark humor comedy. It's a short film, about 15 minutes, and it's called Freelancer. Is the name of the film.
Tell us about it.
Basically, I don't want to give it away, but it's a story about a guy who quits his normal day job to become a freelance hitman, unsuspectingly to his good friend in the film, and so it becomes a surprise to him. Yeah, so that's kind of the gist of it. So
that sounds super fun. Tell me what inspired the storyline.
I actually saw another film that had a kind of a blip of that scenario, and I just took that and I ran with it and turned it into this big production. It was just an idea that I started with, and then turned it into the whole thing, and chose the actors, and we film up in Washington State, Central Washington. Yeah, so and it was a fun project. It was maybe 4 days of filming, and then of course months of editing, right, into the final release. And mostly everything's on my YouTube channel. I mostly release Randy Sage films on YouTube, and this is my 10th film that I've done. So yeah.
Congratulations. Were there any kind of like curveballs that came up on this project that you maybe weren't expecting despite your experience?
Yeah, there's a car scene between me and my co-star that there's some audio issues, and I kind of had to do some overdubbing and just kind of cheat around that. Wasn't really prepared for that. I'd never done a car scene while it's driving. So that was pretty intricate, absolutely. And then there were some wind challenges when we were on location, which is out in the middle of the desert in a canyon. So we had some issues with the wind, but for the most part, everything went pretty smoothly. Yeah, there was no major issues. So
Were there any memorable scenes that you will definitely be able to look back with like fondness that really kind of like built the story for you?
yeah, I guess the meat and potatoes of the film. Like I said, I don't want to give it away, but yeah, the main scene when we're out in the desert was the best. The views were just fantastic, and it was just a perfect scenario. The cameras were great, and the audio ended up being really great. And I think that the ending scene, the kind of the gotcha moment of the film was probably my favorite. Something that always, and there was a lot of comedy. It's a dark humor comedy, so there was a ton of comedy moments within that. Within that
Can we expect any more kind of like sequels or more work from this?
sequel. Yeah, we've got a sequel in the works, but other projects as well. So I mostly have I do a lot of little fictional and sci-fi and things like that. This was my first comedy.
Really?
Yes. So I mostly do horror and things like that and sci-fi, but it actually went really well. So I do have a comedy in the works.
All right. So what inspired you for this specific film? And also what inspired you in life in the creative process?
On this film, what inspired me was me and my co-star Moises. We worked together once, and we have this great like back and forth that we always do. It's like we feed off of each other, right? And so like it was really inspiring because I was like, you know what, this is going to be perfect because we work really well together just in general in life, right? And then we brought that to the screen. So the contrast between him and me during the film, I think, was really great. And just it was like a perfect fit for the film. And I usually hire another actor to do the lead role, but I didn't. I wanted to do it myself, but I also wanted it to be done just right. So I usually don't act in my films, but in this one I did because I just wanted to make sure that it was exactly how I pictured it in my head.
Were there any unique challenges with yourself starring in the film that you maybe didn't expect to come up?
No, I thought there would be more challenges. Usually when you're directing, you're behind the camera and you're saying, do this, do that. But this time I was just in front of the camera. So I would okay, cut, and then I'd have to go back and look at the scene. Okay. Right. And then come back in, and I had the technical marking my location where I was. Right. And then I had a camera operator that honestly had not really operated a camera before. So there was a challenge there. So I had to do a lot of back and forth as far as making sure everything was correct and making sure that he did what I normally do, which is operating the camera and directing it and doing it all. So that was a challenge, but it wasn't out of the realm that like super challenging. I didn't think it was that. Yeah.
And you moved through it. You created, you brought it to life. Yeah. I love that.
Really good. It's one of my favorite films that I've put together so far. So
you said it was one of your favorite films you've put together.
I think definitely one of my favorites out of and I've done 10 films, 10 short films, and this one was just, I don't know. I just got a special place in my heart for this film just because of the results. So
what made it different? Was it just the result process or kind of like how you went about it compared to your other work?
I think that what made it great was it was a comedy aspect that I was able to, obviously when I acting in it, I got what I really wanted. And when you work with other actors and you have this in your mind, you settle. You know what I mean? You settle. Okay, well, it's not exactly how I pictured, but I'm going to settle for this part because it's as best as you can do. And we've already done so many takes, right? But there was a lot of one and two takes in this film because, at least with me, because I knew exactly what I wanted in my mind, right? So I think that in the end, the gratification of that was really good.
Absolutely. As a director, how do you try to bridge that gap of trying to communicate what is in your head into another artist who has a different kind of like perspective, experience? What are your kind of like tips and tricks?
I think that you have to be an actor yourself, and just like in your mind, you have to say and almost like show them, okay, this is what I want it to sound like, right? I want it to kind of sound like this or like this, right? And then you just work through it, and it's literally just comes down to multiple takes, and usually by the last they've got it, and then you basically scrap the rest of the takes, you know what I mean? And you end up with the best results, right? So it's just working with the actors and being patient, right? Being patient with them. So
It's like you were very put together in your process, and congratulations on being able to create that vision and bring it to life. It sounds like you had amazing people, amazing like editing, just all of it from the get-go. So congratulations on what's been able to be done here at the Indie Vegas Film Fest. Before we wrap up, are we able to get a picture with you?
absolutely. And I've got
Perfect.
here in the film.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. Come on, guys. I don't bite. I don't bite. Hello. What are your names?
My name is Moises.
Moises?
Yes.
I'm Clint.
Clint. Okay, and what brings you to the Vegas Indie Film Fest?
Well, our movie Freelancer, directed by and written by Randy Sage. He does a great job. We're really good friends. We finish each other's sentences. I know. And then he just told me, he's like, hey man, you want to make some movies? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And yeah, I mean, this film was something that I felt from the beginning was just natural, like the way that we just click. And it's just so funny in the aspect that you can't really see what's coming until you're really immersed into it. And that's what we loved about it.
I love to hear it. Were there any parts of filming that stuck out to you that you'll be able to like really look back on with fondness?
Well, all of it stands out as, I haven't done many films. So the whole experience was amazing. But if there has to be one point is when we're both riding in the car, it's just we can't. It was too many bloopers, and we loved it. Yeah, there was a lot. We couldn't really focus because we're just really good friends, and that's what makes it. That's what I think anybody. I mean, you look at professional actors, and most of them are friends,
right?
And they all feed off of each other. And I mean, it's really hard if you hire somebody that you just don't like with,
right?
You're not going to make it.
Absolutely. It sounds like you guys had a lot of fun filming this project. I loved. Are there any spaces where we can maybe catch some of these bloopers?
Well, he will know more about it.
I'm working on a blooper reel for the film itself right now, that I'll probably post on my YouTube channel at Randy Sage Films. I post all my films there. That's the only place that I post the films. So you can catch the movie Freelancer. It's public. And then I'm going to be releasing a blooper film, so we'll be able to see some of it. But I don't get as many bloopers as I want, because when you're an independent filmmaker, all that space, and I shoot in 4K, it takes a lot of space. What I'd like to do is just keep the camera running the whole day, but that file would be so huge. So it's usually like a little cut, so we it's like action, we do the scene, and then we immediately shut it off after, right? So it's tough sometimes to get some of the bloopers enough that encompass the entire film, right? But I do have enough, I think, for this film to put together a little something. And I will, yeah.
Well, we're super excited to hear it. Before we let off, are there any fun points of the film festival that you're still really looking forward to being able to be a part of? Let's start with you, darling.
Yeah.
Oh, just seeing the amazing art that we do, and this is an artwork that needs to keep going, no matter what. It cannot be forgotten, and must keep going. it must keep going no matter what.
I agree. I think a lot of the people here who are bringing these visions to life, the blood, sweat, and tears, the creative vision that comes out of this would agree with that sentiment. And especially as we go into these digital spaces, it's so key to be able to connect and make these worlds come together. So we thank you for your time, your participation. Can we get a picture with you guys before we wrap up? Perfect. All right, we're going to look.
Set it up or you got it?
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
We have even more storytellers coming to share their vision and their experience. Come right up. Welcome, welcome. I don't buy. Hello. What's your name and what brings you to the Vegas Indie Film Fest? We're going to get right on our mark.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. What's your name, darling?
I'm Philip Sokoloff, and I am one of the lead actors in this lady's film that she wrote, and she also starring in it. It's called Fritchie Manor.
Okay.
And this is Melissa Kay, who is the star and the writer and everything else.
Okay. Melissa.
Hi, how are you?
We want to do introductions for the rest of the team, and then we'll get right back into the interviewing process. But what is your name?
Caress Tucker, and I did wardrobe and makeup.
Queen Joy Tucker, actress.
Excellent. Well, we're so happy to have you at the Vegas Indie Film Fest. Has your project been able to premiere yet?
Yeah, it premieres at 6 tonight. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, yeah, go see it. Yeah, so we're excited.
How long was the process for you from start to finish wrapping?
Oh, wow. From start to finish, going back and forth with the script. It's originally supposed to be a feature. So taking time to pull something out that would grab everyone's attention, I would say about 9 months. Yeah.
And were there any curveballs that happened during that filming process that you maybe weren't expecting at the start of this project?
Well, the regular on-set things, and then some stunts where our one of our lead actors here, he actually I can't give too much away, but some things happened to him where we had to figure out, and we had some bumps on film day. But other than that, we are a pretty good close-knit team, and we worked great together. So we were actually able to get the whole thing filmed in one day, and yeah.
Oh, what an accomplishment. That's amazing. What was that process like? Like, how did you stay organized on time?
Gosh, well, it was hectic. And I won't say we stayed on time, but it was one day, right? 24 hours is one day. So, yeah, we just stuck through it and stayed in communication with each other, and the team was great because I wore many hats that day besides actress, so they helped me to be able to stay in character, and also change hats and say, crafty food's here. Yeah.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
And especially in projects like this, I mean, every element of the filmmaking process is key, from sound to lighting to color use to costuming. Tell me, what was the process like in creating the wardrobe, and like what choices were made to really set the tone for the story that you're creating?
Well, I think that would be a question for our wardrobe and makeup.
It was definitely because when we were doing the set, it was very dark. So definitely dark colors gave it, the whole vibe, spooky, scary, but I would say you have to see that too. No, so come see it.
Were there any challenges in kind of like creating the story with like a darker element? Sometimes that doesn't always translate to film the way we want it to. Were there any kind of like curveballs in that?
Definitely makeup. Um, because I'm very, I guess, closed-minded, I guess you would say. So it was very hard to do that with makeup.
She wanted the lead to be glam when the lead is a murderer slash cannibal, right? No glam.
I mean, I props to the kind of like creation to create that role as glam because I mean that's gritty. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Well, before we let you get off to your premiere, is there anything that or anyone that you want to thank that were part of this process that maybe weren't able to be here today, or even just in general?
Yes, I would first like to thank the Roby Theater, named after Paul Robeson and Mr. Ben Guillory at the Roby Theater. We're pretty much a team of the Roby Theater. We all come from the Roby Theater. And so, yeah, would like to thank them. And then I also would like to thank our director who couldn't be here, Mr. Jermaine Alexander. And wish you were here. We'll party for you. And go see Fritchie Manor.
Thank you so much for your time, your passion, your energy that took to get you into this space and create art. This is definitely what's needed in the human backdrop of connection. And so we just want you to know that we see you, we value your time and effort and energy, and thank you for creating and never stop. Before we let you get going, though, can we get some pictures with you guys? Is that okay? Perfect. Okay.
Mr. Anderson, it's Miss Fritchie.
I haven't done anything wrong. Please, no.
White meat is not really good for stew. But it makes a mean gumbo.
Guys, we are live back and we have another interview coming on. Don't worry too much. Hi, welcome in. What's your name?
Julian.
Julian, what brings you to the Vegas Indie Film Fest?
I am the writer and producer of Leap of Faith. It's a short film that I created. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so is this your first film festival that you've been a part of?
It is my third. Grateful to be here. First time in Vegas, though. Yeah. Yeah.
We're happy to have you. Tell us about the creative process from start to finish. What was that like?
Yeah, it was definitely a long creative process. To give a little synopsis about the film, it's about a personal story of a jump of mine from Pennsylvania to Los Angeles, hence Leap of Faith. This is for all the dreamers who, have those internal and external conflicts during such a big jump. So that process, I'd say, after some time in Los Angeles, I just started to write and give myself the opportunity to, um, put what I went through on paper and then on film, and then brought on a few actors and a film crew, and eventually just made it happen. Yeah.
Were there any parts of the creative process that you might not have expected to become curveballs that happened during the filming of this project?
Absolutely. I'd say with finding locations, there's multiple instances where you're not always going to get a yes from individuals to film there, but we're so grateful that we did get some yes for certain places. There was actually a moment where one of my filmmakers couldn't make a shoot date, so he actually gave me a little tutorial on how to hold the camera. So I was, yeah, I had to shoot a certain scene, and grateful that it came out the way we wanted it to. But with anything, obstacles are definitely something that allow you to overcome them, and you're grateful how everything turns out at the
So,
end.
how do you hold on to your creative flow when these obstacles happen? Because as artists, as creators, there's a lot of things of life that we might not anticipate, like these types of curveballs. So, what keeps you in your flow of creation?
Faith. I think the film leap of faith is all about making that jump, but also believing in a higher power, but also understanding that you're not alone in these journeys of difficulties and triumph. These tribulations are going to happen regardless, and I think it's important to know that you always have somebody with you. uh, Whatever you believe in, just having that understanding that you're not alone. Yeah.
So, based off of the themes of the story, I can tell it's really been a passion project for you.
Yeah.
Who are some of the people that kind of like helped you stay inspired during your own process and your own leap of faith?
Yeah, most definitely. I'd say my family. Um, I'm a big family guy. I have a big family, and they've always been my support and my rock. Um, I have weekend calls with them. They're in Pennsylvania, but I feel like I see them every weekend because we stay in touch. Um, my friends are also in the industry, and they do various film projects. Um, Week to week and month to month. So conversations with them also keep me going. So having that village is very important, and I'd say that that's the big thing, friends and family. Yeah.
I love it. I agree with you completely. Before we let you go, are there any kind of like words of advice or encouragement that you'd have for somebody who's starting out in their writing or even like film creation process
Yeah.
that would have helped you when you first started?
Yeah, I'd say start somewhere. I think starting is the hardest part, but when you do, you start to understand, engage where you need to make improvement. Um, Pondering and just like thinking about it is unfortunately not going to get you where you need to be. Um, so I think that's my word of advice is uh, start and don't be so adamant about it being perfect. I started on YouTube and I started doing like small things here and there, and eventually it turned into me doing a film that's getting screened at the Galaxy Theater. So you have to just start, and I'm very grateful for where I am now and where I will be, and to everyone out there who's you know wanting to chase their dreams or make that leap of faith. Just start, and you'll get somewhere.
Thank you so much for your words. Thank you so much for your work that it took to get this project off the ground and here at the Galaxy Theater. Before we wrap up, are you able to take a picture for our audience with us?
Thank you for
Perfect.
your time as well.
Of course, of course. Well, look at this camera. All righty. And we're back, everyone. Oh, for our audience, we've got a lot of action happening around here. We have one more interviewee on my end. Hello, what's your name?
Conti, nice to meet you.
What brings you to the Vegas Indie Film Fest?
My film Entanglement is playing, and we're excited to be here. Love Vegas.
Right. So, were you the director, producer? Tell me your roles. There's a lot of hats.
Writer, producer, director, editor, production design.
Wow.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have noticed this theme here at this festival where we have so many incredible women who wear so many hats to create this art. What was that process like for you, like start to finish from this project?
That's a great question. Well, I have to say that my short is part of a bigger. I have a feature.
Okay.
So this feature is something that's very dear to me. It's about climate change.
So important.
Yeah.
So important.
And I really thought I could really showcase what the relationships are that we have with each other and how it reflects in climate change. How you treat each other is how you treat the climate.
It's so true.
So I decided to make the short based upon the feature and use that as a launch pad.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's an amazing idea. Women in the industry. I love it. But I mean, still, your act of implementing this kind of like caliber of a project. I mean, that's huge. It takes so much work to even just get to this.
I got lucky. I had a really good crew, small crew. 8 of us did this film. Essentially shot it in 2 days, fast. and you know, just knew what we wanted. We knew what we wanted, and thrilled to be here.
We're happy to have you. What inspired? I mean, climate change is something that is huge and needs to be talked about, and I'm glad that it's being mentioned here at this film festival. But is there anything specific moment that you really felt moved by, where this needed to be created? You needed to share this with the world.
I have a teenage son, so I feel like I can't quite live with myself if we're giving our kids a worse world than we come from. And that was a big motivation for doing this project. And then the second part of it was greenlight yourself. You know, there's too many hurdles for independent filmmakers to get past. Yeah. Greenlight yourself as much as possible. So in a sense, and thanks to, you know, Peter and John and everybody here at the film festival and film festivals in general, the ones that, you know, recognize independent cinema, they're the ones that are helping smaller independent artists get their stuff out there. So greenlight yourself. That was the impetus.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Do you have any advice for anybody who's creating their own kind of like project? What would be beneficial for you starting out, if you like knowing everything that you know now back then?
Take small bites.
Ooh, I love that.
Take small bites. It's a big elephant. Just take, because it's too overwhelming. Just take small bites one day at a time and just pace yourself. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Right? You're going to get there. Yeah. Just have the vision in mind and take small bites. You'll be fine.
So before we let you go, is there anything that you'd like to share with our audience today that even if they aren't able to make it to the festival, that you want a message spread based off of your work?
Yes. Climate change is real. It's very important for people to know that, especially in this media cycle that we're currently in. I'm looking for some brave people to. I have $100 million film that I can get done for under 30. So you get it, and you know, break that down even further. I think we could get this thing off the ground for even less than that. So really, you only need a few brave investors to be able to believe in your project. And anybody that's looking for a climate change hero film, I got it.
You heard it here first.
100monkeyproductions.com is my website. I'm Darlene Conti, and to my husband and son, I miss you.
Beautiful. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your passion. Lovely meeting you. I wish you the best and moving forward. Can we get a picture with you before we wrap up? All right, everybody. So before I wrap up my segment, I'm going to introduce one of my most favorite people. Lisa is here to interview, to keep on the beat and fill you in with what's happening here at the Vegas Indie Film Festival. It has been my pleasure. Hope you have a great night. There's more fun to come. Don't worry. Come on in, darling. Take it away.
Hi.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
The year is 2980, and we now know that death is not the end. A soul can be extracted from the recently deceased and be used to create a blue liquid called essence. It can bring a person back to life.
We'll get her back.
I hope so.
It's an expensive process used by the rich and powerful. The rest, they do what they can to survive.
Stay right there.
You told me you're hiding from some dangerous people.
Let's knock on the door.
I spent the last year searching for the Deep Star, a bounty so big that the entire galaxy could be yours.
People have been looking for the Deep Star for years. It can't be found.
It's because they can't find the distress beacon. I know where it is. If we find the Deep Star, we could get enough credits to bring Mom back.
Blast off.
Guys, we have company.
You can run, but you cannot hide. Prepare for impact.
I am now authorized to take action.
And now you die.
No!
Hi, can you tell us who you are?
I'm Charlotte Rendez. I am in a movie called Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And
Great. Can you tell us more about it?
so it's about how it's a mother and daughter day, and uh, I'm the girl, and me and my mom just want to have a day together, and so we go on like travel around the world, and it goes on for how it's like only one day. So we go on for multiple days, but then we're like leaving someone out, and yeah.
Really, how exciting was it filming this?
I was nervous because there's a skateboarding scene, and I don't know how to skateboard. And so yeah, I was pretty nervous, but I was myself, and so I wasn't so nervous after all.
Great. And you have a question?
Wow. So how did you learn how to skateboard? I mean, it took some time. I myself don't even know how to skateboard. So that's really commendable.
I only know how to skateboard very, very, very little bit. But I told the director, "Hey, I don't know how to skateboard," and so they had to like. The director is pretty strong, so he like carried me on the skateboard, and yeah.
So, what would you tell some of the young actresses and actors out there about who are interested in acting?
Just be yourself and don't be nervous and be who you want to be and keep going. Yeah.
Awesome.
So at what age did you realize like I want to act? Like I want to be an actress?
So my mom started signing me up for acting, I think 7 or 8 years old. Right now I'm 10. And I did I do kids musical theater. And so the first show I was not good. And then I went to a second show and I was like, "Oh, I want to be an actress. I'm pretty good at this." And yeah.
Great. So, what are some of the musical, or can you sing?
Yeah, I can sing.
Okay. Do you have some like musical projects coming up, and what led you to act?
Right now I'm doing Willy Wonka, but for next year I'm going to be doing The Little Mermaid.
How cute.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So then my next question for you, I know growing up and you live here in Vegas, correct?
No, I live in the Bay Area.
Okay. So how is it going to school and when kids ask, like, what do you do on your free time and you're actress? So how do you explain that?
Um, I don't usually like uh going to school and stuff. Everything's fine. I just play with my friends. But I have acting classes. When I go to acting classes, I'm like full on. Yeah.
That's great. I'm actually also from the Bay Area as well. So, is that where you went to school as well?
I go to the school in the Bay Area. Yeah.
For acting as well? Is that where you got a lot of your castings too?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any last words that you'd like to tell our viewers?
Not really. Just uh be yourself and don't be nervous and yeah, that's it.
Great. Okay, let's take a picture.
Hello, my name is Deshaun Mitchell, and I'm here with my buddy and friend Jared, filmmaker Jared, and we're here with the film Rebound.
Great.
Hi, my name's Jared Jacobson, and I'm here with Deshaun for I'm the director of Rebound.
Great. Can you tell us about the movie?
Should I start? Well, the movie is basically about Deshaun and his journey from he was involved in a serious accident as a high school student, and the film talks about his through sports, through family, through music, how he was able to bring himself. I just want to say, I guess, back up out of a kind of a hard place after the accident, after a very traumatic accident. So it's about how sports, family, and music kind of saved his life. I want to say.
He said it all.
I'm looking forward to seeing.
So, since it's basically off of your real life experience, how does it feel now that everything's all together and on the big screen? Do you feel like it really portrays, some of the challenges and struggles that you went through in your life? And does it inspire others to kind of have that rebound back into their lives?
It's definitely an experience seeing it on the big screen. Um, I feel like Jared did a great job. He covered it educationally. It gives some input on other wheelchair activities, and then of course like insight into my life. And I hope that it can inspire somebody, out there, and just to see the things behind the scenes. You may not normally see someone that is in a wheelchair or had life altering situations, and I feel like everyone has challenges, which but yeah, it's just something on the big screen. People can get a better in-depth view about life, behind or with the wheelchair.
That's inspirational. So, what inspired you to create this movie?
Well, so I met Deshaun. I was volunteering at a wheelchair soccer team that Deshaun is on and works with. And so through volunteering there, I met Deshaun. We kind of developed a connection. We developed a rapport, and finally, just because I've made films in the past, I was like, Deshaun, how about we tell your story? And Deshaun was like, yeah, with the idea, I was like, Deshaun, it's very, so inspirational to me. I think sharing it is definitely worth it. Are you up for it? And he basically jumped on board. Yeah. So,
Great.
Wow. So, and just to confirm, are you an actual actor on it as well? Oh, awesome. Sweet. So, oh, stop.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So then my next question is, have you ever done any of this before? Is this all brand new to you?
Uh, The big screen is brand new. I've shared my story for years. I worked through a hospital in San Diego where I'd go to high schools and talk about injury prevention, seatbelt safety, sport safety, water safety, don't dive in the water head first type of thing. But yeah, on the big screen is a whole new experience. And it's just kind of surreal just seeing yourself up there. It's like, oh wow, can see things from a different light, you know.
That. So to piggyback off of that, so when he first approached you and asked you and pitched this idea to you, how did you feel at that moment? Because there's a lot of situations where you're like, is this true? Is this real? Is this legit? So how did you instantly have that trust and to let this be
To get the documentary out there, and being a father, just having something like they say, if it's not documented, it didn't happen type of thing. So I was excited to have that out there for my family, friends to see, and just something to kind of solidify a little bit of legacy, I guess, in our community, and then beyond. Now I never thought to be here in Vegas to premiere it and show it, but I'm excited about where Jared's taking the film.
Congratulations. What an accomplishment. I know you mentioned about previous projects that you're working on. Can you name some of those for us?
Yeah, I'm currently working on a film about a friend of mine from Tijuana, who is a well-known actor in Tijuana, who passed away in a car accident, actually filming a Netflix series. The production van crashed and he was killed. So we're working on a documentary. It's about a 60-minute documentary that talks about his life, the artistic scene in Tijuana, and about his journey. That and I also recently finished a documentary about a surfboard shaper out of San Diego, who's about 75. He's been shaping surfboards for about 55 years, and it's about his journey over the years in the surf industry, shaping boards, and basically just telling the story of someone that's done something to, dedicated their whole life to something, and how it's changed over the course of his life. So yeah, those are two examples of my work.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really tragic.
Was yeah, no, thank you. I much like, I mean, telling that story has been, much like telling Deshaun's story has become like, yeah, pretty emotional for me because I mean, they're two I think two super stories that can impact people and show two great and it for me it's an honor to bring those to the screen, and to have that opportunity that Deshaun trusted me enough. He didn't even see, we actually screened the film at the last night was the premiere at the Las Vegas Black Film Festival, Deshaun saw it on the big screen for the first time, and he was good not seeing it until then. He trusted me up until that moment, so that yeah. So, anyways, thanks, thanks, Deshaun.
That's amazing.
So then my question for you, since we went in a little bit about your history, so it sounds like you have a specialty with when it comes to like documentaries. So has it always been that route? Like what made you realize like, man, this is where I want to solidify my art. I want to hone in my craft is documentaries because yeah, some of these stories are really powerful.
No, thanks for asking. Yeah, I mean, I started more with fiction films. Probably the first five, six, seven, eight films I did were narrative films. And then but lately I've kind of found my passion turning to documentaries. But I am also working on a feature length fiction narrative film that we're filming in Tijuana. So I kind of go back and forth. I feel like I love them both. But lately, I mean, some of the kind of impactful stories, Rebound with Deshaun, the other stories I mentioned, and a few other documentaries, kind of that just telling those true, real stories is what's kind of really been my passion over the past few years. Yeah, ever since probably 2020. Yeah, ever COVID going forward, I've been doing a lot of documentaries.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You're touching so many lives with some of your projects, and that's really inspirational for doing that.
I know. I mean, thank you. I mean, it's all about for me, like someone that's like Deshaun who's willing to have the courage to share his story and take the time to do it. So yeah.
Great.
Just press record on the camera and do some editing and put it all together. So that's it. You just record.
So do both of you have any last words that you'd like to tell the viewers?
Uh, enjoy the film, and we're just I'm happy, excited for it to be out there, and I think there's a lot people can take from it, learn from it, and it's kind of a good time. There's music in there, and there's a lot of good stuff, so it's entertaining.
Deshaun's a musician, so his music's in the film as well. And so, yeah, I hope people get a chance to see it. It's 15 minutes. It's a short documentary, and it tells, I think, a really cool story that's worth watching. Yeah.
Well, thank you. So would you like to take a picture? Come join us here at the Indie Vegas Film Festival. And we have one more guest that's coming in. Yes. Hi, nice to meet you. Can you tell us who you are?
Hi, I'm Marlo Miguel Guevara. I'm starring in Bola at Buhay.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, Bola at Buhay, it's a indie short film by Ashley Romero. It's a short about an immigrant story of a Filipino young man who moves to the US in the Bay Area to pursue a nursing career and also to provide for his family back home in the Philippines. So it's really an immigrant story about just adjusting to a new life and learning how to integrate into a new community and embracing a culture while also remembering your own and keeping your own roots.
Great.
Awesome. That's very interesting that you've mentioned, and it sounds really great because here in Las Vegas, in specific, we do have a lot of Filipinos. They call it the ninth island for Hawaii, but we also do have a large Filipino population crowd here in Nevada, and of course, pursuing that nursing program. So it sounds so real. So, what are some other things that goes on in the film as far as like you said, adjusting to this lifestyle? Because America can be very um big, right? And there's just so much that goes on, and different people has different stories. But what in the film kind of highlights some of the challenges or struggles for Filipinos here?
Right. So in the story, June, the main character, he struggles with, of course, adapting to the new country he's in, the new community, while also, because he came here by himself, right? So he's kind of leaving his family and his own community into something different. So it's a huge adjustment for him. So he's facing a lot of like homesickness and isolation and trouble, kind of breaking the barrier between him and everyone else, because he's so new. And Filipinos like myself, when we go to a new place, we're kind of timid and shy. So it's hard for us to break out of our shell. And so a way that June does that in the film is by playing basketball. So he goes to the park on the weekends after his shifts from work, and he finds other players to play with who invite him to play with him. And they kind of form a team. And he kind of gets like pushed into doing this tournament with this new team, and that's kind of like a way he integrates himself with the new community. So you're right about the U.S. how it's like so broad, and it's difficult finding a way to blend into the community. But I think basketball is a good way to do that with sports, because sports, it's a universal language. Basketball is huge in the U.S. It's huge in the Philippines for sure. So it it was definitely a good way to connect for June with his new place and his new community.
Well, congratulations. Can you tell us more when you started acting? Was it here in the US or was it in the Philippines?
I started acting 2 years ago after I graduated from college, and I started pursuing acting full time. And I studied after I graduated. I did a 2-year intensive Meisner training program in Berkeley, and I'm still continuing with a few workshops here and there. But this is my first film, and I'm super proud of it.
That's great.
So then my question for you, yeah, as an aspiring actor myself, I haven't had a chance to land any type of indie films or anything of that nature, just background work. So for you, I know this is a big major accomplishment, a major step into the right direction. So what are some of your goals? Who are some of your inspirations? What gets you going, for those that are new in this field and that debating on if they want to become an actor?
Yeah, for me, my goal is, I mean, of course, I want to be able to go for bigger roles, studio films eventually. But right now, I just want to kind of, I just want to be a good actor, and I want to be in films that people care about. I want to be in projects that people are passionate about. That's kind of my whole goal in getting into filmmaking and acting, is that we get to meet different people, and we get to like work with people from different departments, and we all come together to make something meaningful. So that's really all I want, is to make something important for some people, and something with heart. And I think Blood Boy definitely has that.
That's so inspirational. Are you in any other movies?
No. I'm I'm still auditioning for things. It's still starting out. So yeah, I mean, I'm open for auditions or castings if anyone wants to reach out.
Do you have any other last words for us before to the viewers?
Just thank you. This is a great place for people starting out in the film industry. People just in the indie scene coming together. It's beautiful. This is my first festival, and the energy, the passion is just extremely inspiring. So I'm happy to be here, and I hope we can keep this thing going year after year. So
Salamat.
salamat din.
All right, let's go
All
take a
right.
picture. Thank you. Now for our next guest.
Hi. I'm just checking back in with you guys. This is so much fun today.
It is. We have Miss Dawn Sullivan right here, my best friend.
How are you, Lisa?
I'm great.
I'm doing great.
Killing it on this carpet, I have to say. First of all, this place is packed. There are so many people here. The outfits are crazy and amazing, and this is so much fun. Are you guys having fun here?
We are. Can you tell us what your inspiration is with this new fashion statement?
To be completely transparent.
Yes.
Fashion statement. Okay, so if you don't know me, I never wear the same dress twice. So this one was found in the closet because I had a blue thing on, and I said, "Oh, where did I get this one? I don't remember where I purchased it. I have no clue. It had tags on it. Ripped them off." And then the hat, because we have the Kentucky Derby coming up earlier this next month in May. I said, "Oh, I have this hat. It's so cute." So it kind of was like you said, a Jackie O vibe before.
Yes.
And then I just collabed it with the white shoes that are actually pearl. Is interesting that the hat, the shoes, and the dress don't go together, but I meshed them and I think it worked out. So super excited. But yeah, I found this in the back of the closet. Okay, this is
Well, it's
actually
beautiful.
gorgeous. And you guys, did you plan this?
No, but it
Because
looks like we're matching.
yeah, you are. Your bow tie to her
This one
dress
matches my dress.
is stunning. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I mean, I realized I don't own a black bow tie, so I was like, you know what? I actually have this champagne color one, and it was from a friend's wedding, so I'm so glad to
Don't you love that
display.
about fashion? Sometimes you just throw something together and you're like, I got this at a friend's wedding. I got this for this and that, and just piecing it together. I love that about fashion. But I am super, super excited to be here, guys. Las Vegas Indie Film Fest. We are over here at the Galaxy Theater. You should come into all the film festivals, support, especially if you're in the business like myself and these guys. But thank you guys so much for having me here. I'm really excited. You guys both look beautiful. I've been
Thank
watching
you.
all day. You're doing amazing, and I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Take a picture with you guys.
Yes. Let's do it. Thank you. Thank you for coming here. Come see us here at the Galaxy Theater. And we have more guests that are coming in. It's really going to be exciting. We're also going to be here tomorrow. So come see us. And
And so then we're going to be wrapping it up here on a quick break. And, just a little quick commercial break. And once again, we got Miss
Lisa Milan.
and Fude, and we are so glad to be hosting this show for today. See you guys soon.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
I'm Commander Todd Siskey. Just about 2 years ago, I began making films. It was just sort of a one-off project for me. It's a TV series. It's a TV show called Cheeched and Handy. If you imagine like Martha Stewart, and MacGyver mating with a gummy groove, it's sort of like a DIY show, right? With flair. So I make boutique guitar amplifiers out of stuff that I find at the thrift stores, at the garbage, and the curb or wherever. Check out the website, cheechedandhandy.com. And there you can link to the episode 1 and stream all 7 episodes to check out. And that's about it, and keep watching and support indie films.
My name is Ron Hansen,
And I'm Cindy Hansen
producer, directors, and
and the writers for Drafted 2035. Centers around the general that tries to take over the world in a new world order and his son coming to reclaim it back.
I had the honorable role to be casted as the commander of the U.S. military.
This is a combat scenario. Any disobeying order from the commanding officers is treason.
We're incorporating the bullets as CGI, and I have to kind of maneuver myself as like where these bullets are coming from. The uniforms that actually were donated by the veterans to the production company, they actually were worn in Desert Storm.
Well, how about I take y'all through one Combat Torture 101.
And it's such an incredible film. We took many years actually writing and preparing for this film. We had to recreate military helicopters on animation prior to like AI, you know.
Caressing all the thoughts we made. I'll play the fool if you be my fate. 'Cause you're so cool, but you can't relate to all of your dead heroes.
We filmed in 4 different states. LA, Las Vegas, Arizona, Chicago. First feature film, it was amazing.
Hi, we are here live today at the Indie Las Vegas Film Festival. And over here, we have some guests coming in. Say hi. Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Thank you.
Please tell us who you are.
I'm Rachel Baylett.
John Lacey.
And are you here with a movie? Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, we're here to show a film called Everyone Asked About You, starring Rachel Baylett. A film that I wrote and directed about the industry, about Hollywood, and about the dark side of Hollywood, child actors, and the way women have been treated in Hollywood over the years. It's an examination of that, and she gives an amazing performance. So.
As does John. John's my co-star as well.
That's great. Can you tell us more about the project and what got you into doing this movie?
Well, John created the project with me in mind. I'll let him tell you how he feels very strongly about how children and women are treated in Hollywood. As a female actress myself, having experienced Hollywood and the ways that it works for many years, I was able to play the role of Simone DeVille and take the journey with her. It's a beautiful film that does offer hope, but it does take a look at the dark side.
Yeah, it's something I've been, thinking about for several years. A story that I felt needed to be told. That the studios don't really touch this subject matter, not the way we touch it, but for obvious reasons. So, just my way of putting a story out there for people to open discussion about, behaving more properly on set and how we treat people and how women have been treated in general in Hollywood. So it's we're proud of it. It's a powerful film. It's got a lot to offer. So we hope that people find it somewhere when we end up streaming. So thank you.
I can totally relate to that. And it's great that you created this movie. So are there any like upcoming project that you have after this?
Oh, always working. Yeah, we've got a ton of things. I'm directing a play right now and another film in development that'll also star this young lady, and she's got other projects. But yeah, we're both very busy.
And what got you into acting?
Oh, I was born knowing that that's what I wanted to do. So I've been acting for a really long time. I'm passionate about expressing myself and experiencing human situations. I also teach acting at the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute. So I'm in acting 24/7.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really exciting and fun too. So where is that?
It's in West Hollywood, and we also have a school in New York.
Okay, can you tell us like what ages and like who goes to your class?
Sure, absolutely. So we have a young actors program. A lot of famous actors have come through it. Angelina Jolie, Scarlett Johansson in New York, and then in LA, all ages. John teaches as well. We're true artisans, walking the talk.
Great. So what would you tell upcoming artists who are really interested in acting, and what should they do in order to pursue it?
Be yourself. There's only one you. So lean into who you are and take classes, find the right class for you, find the right technique for you. But there's only one you. So really find the most dynamic expression of yourself and put it on display as often as possible.
I would say training and more training and believing in yourself, finding mentors. Don't lose faith. Have a well-rounded life with people that you care about that support you, but know that you can do it.
Amazing. Do you have any last words for our viewers in regards to your movie?
Storytelling is here to stay, no matter what people say about the industry or Hollywood or what's happening with you know, budgets and studios. Get out there and tell your stories. Find a way to tell your story. And when you tell a story from the heart, people will pay attention.
Great. Please see the movie. It's such a journey. It's stylistically, it's extremely exciting, even though it is about important things that we want to explore. It's a fast, sexy ride as well. It's half black and white, half color. We're getting a lot of press. We also have partnered up with Fiona Ma, who is our California State Treasurer, who aligns with the issues in our film. So we're really happy to be on the campaign trail with her. She's running for lieutenant governor, and we just believe in our movie so much. And it's playing at 7:30 tonight at the Indie Film Festival, Indie Vegas here, and next we'll be at the LA Film Festival in May in Los Angeles.
I'm really excited to see that. I can't wait. Thank you. And I think we're ready to take a picture.